expires under 6 months. Spiritual ATM card. You cannot use it to the physical one. It can't work.
No, sir.
The physical one, it cannot enter. It can't work at all because they are not the same. This one, you use it the way you use it. I will tell you.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, prophets.
This thing expires under 6 months. Under what?
6 months.
I want to test run it.
Yes, Papa.
I'll use somebody to test run it. Take. Favor. Somebody say favor.
Favor.
Hey. 7 days. Number one prayer. 7 days you send this one. 3 days. Nights. Midnight. Pray this prayer. Keep it. If you don't keep it well, it will disappear. You cannot see it again. It's a spiritual master's card.
That's so.
It does not work on ATM card. It works within you. Let me tell you, it's going to bring helper.
Yes, sir.
Or you will hear a good news about you.
You know, I've been following this Jeremiah Fufeyin's miracles, and I for 1 second, I've always found it interesting and funny, because I see it as not a man of God doing miracle. I just see it as someone who entertains me whenever I want to laugh. People I don't take seriously. I don't take people serious. I mean, these kinds of people seriously. But that's the reason why I've never really spoken about him. I mean, who takes that kind of person seriously in their lives and be fine? Who does that? I'm stunned. I'm stunned by the things that he's allowed to do in the internet space. There's certain things that shouldn't even be coming onto social media. A spiritual ATM. This is a height. See, miracles can be arranged, okay? Anybody can do miracle. I've noticed today that even a babalawo can do miracle. Yes, people who don't even have any direct calling from God. Once you are able to speak to a few persons who can, act like they have issues. You tell them that you're going to pay them X, Y, Z amount. After all, poverty abounds. So they would even give you how other people can join, as long as you have your 50 to 100K lined up for you. As a person, as long as you have your 100K, 150 or 200 to give, they would act. It's not acting. They will act even better than those who are in Nollywood and Hollywood. So I've noticed that when it comes to issues relating to babalawos and a miracle, anybody, let's get it today. You don't have to be a pastor or a known pastor or a known preacher to do miracle. If you want to do miracle, arrange with few persons. Every Sunday there will be. You just put camera and go live. You become a sensation. You become a sensation. So I've always seen him as somebody who's a funny guy and who is out for entertainment, not necessarily preaching the actual word of God. Because I really have never heard him speak and teach the Bible, or teach somebody to grow in spirit. There's a difference between prosperity preachers and somebody who teaches you to understand the word of God that could change your mindset. That's the thing that Selman does. Selman, there's the difference between Selman and Suleiman. And then you have Chris Oyakilome. Those ones would calm down and teach you the word of God first, tell you to change your mindset. They will tell you things that you will really not have heard before. But even if you have heard it before, but totally different way, even certain Bible passages that you will read so well, you understand what they're saying. But at the end of the day, when this guy explains it to you, you say, I don't see this part from this particular point of view. But they teach you the word of God. Before then, they get into that spiritual realm. So when somebody teaches you well, it is easy to believe whatever they are going to do next, which is maybe get into that miracle space. But when you don't even know how to teach the Bible, when you don't know you don't even understand the Bible yourself, in order for you to even be able to use the word to raise your spirit to create miracles, then you will have a problem, a huge problem. Every time you turn on to this guy, it's either he's fighting the devil or he's doing one fake miracle like that, or now it's this ATM, miracle ATM. Miracle ATM? Damn it. You know, I tend to sometimes shift my conversations to not just the people who are the oppressors or those who seem to be the deceivers, but of course, to other people who follow these people. In my mind, I ask myself, what is in the mind of this person listening to this person? People go to that church. They go to this man's church. Like, they believe him so much that no matter what you say, they're going to go to his church. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm too woke. I'm too they think far. Even in my crude state, I'm like, what is this person's around him thinking? Why would they be clapping for him or getting excited that he's like, is it possible that these guys don't study the word of God and they just want to listen to what the man of God says, whether it is true or false, whatever it is? Because sometimes when things happen, this is also about the teaching I was talking about. When things happen and they are trying to do something as men of God, they tend to link it to the word of God. They tend to link it to the existence of God as to what he can do for you, given the commandments that he has given. But these days, a man of God just wakes up and tells you, I receive what? Oh, Jesus. Please, which one is spiritual ATM? I will never run dry. And then even the lady they are giving it to, she tended to be so superfluous about it, so worshipy about it. So it doesn't work with not natural. It's the other day he was selling spiritual lingerie. Spiritual lingerie. I don't get it. Spiritual lingerie, like woman's lingerie. Spiritual lingerie, if you wear it. Why? These people are people who are practicing juju, complete juju in church, and then they mask it like they're worshiping God. Because it's clear. It's just what these people are practicing is olden days juju, modernized olden days juju. Spiritual lingerie, spiritual water. Which one? This one is spiritual ATM. And people are following this man. People are clapping for him. People are excited. Not that they're excited that for entertainment, just like me. I just watch him and I laugh. I said, what's this guy doing? But other people are looking at him and are believing what he's doing. I don't know. Do you think poverty can make somebody think that? Because there are people who are rich people who are following this guy. People who are very rich, who are so high up placed, they're politicians. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid. Somebody open my head to some of these things. Like, you will clearly see somebody doing something wrong, and you see people gathering. Anyway, we've always known that even the devil has fans. Yes. So no matter what you do, whether you are a leader or you are not a leader, whether you are a bad person or you're a good person, you would have fans. I'll tell you what, yeah. In politics, Tinubu has, loads of people who don't like him, largely from the masses because virtually everything increased under his watch. And so because of that, they don't like him. But there are people who are on the higher echelon who are milking from this government, who are getting things from this government, who love him. And then there's also those who are sycophants who cannot see through their noses and say, look, let's call a spade a spade. And they keep attacking opposition as if opposition is their problem. So you could just practically put it in that sphere. Somebody decides to do something wrong today, the person will still have fun with that. With the person will not mince. The other people will not mince. They will support the person even till death, knowing this person is wrong. That's the world we live in, man. It's crazy.